near you. On the global commodity front, the price of crude oil is up by $0.26. It's trading at $67.48 per barrel. Gold, however, has lost some $4.8, trading at $3,389 per ounce. Cocoa is up by $260, trading at $7,873 per ton. We'll take you around the world now in 60 seconds. Now to the big one. The Bank of Ghana has announced new guidelines for travelers, importers and exporters of foreign currency effective September 1, 2025. The directive is part of measures to strengthen anti-money laundering compliance and protect the financial system.
The Bank of Ghana is tightening regulations on how foreign currency is imported and exported in and out of the country. In its latest directive, the central bank says travelers entering or leaving Ghana can carry up to $10,000 or its equivalent without declaration. However, anyone carrying more than that amount must declare the funds in full using the official FX5 form and in some cases provide proof of declaration from the port of origin. Outbound travelers moving more than $50,000 are required to show bank slips or endorsed Forex Bureau receipts to back the source of their money. Importers will also need to present valid trade documents such as invoices and import declaration forms in addition to receipts. The Bank of Ghana warned that failure to declare funds, false declarations or moving foreign currency through cargo and mail will lead to confiscation, fines or prosecution. The new rules take effect from September 1, 2025.
A financial analyst has projected that the Bank of Ghana's key lending rate could fall to 20% by the end of the year to better align with prevailing economic conditions. Joe Jackson, the Chief Executive Officer of Delex Finance, noted that while the central bank's current policy rate stands at 25%, this figure is at odds with other key economic indicators. For instance, consumer inflation has dropped to 12.1% and producer price inflation is at a low of 3.8%.
Joe Jackson expects the Bank of Ghana to further cut its key lending rate at the next Monetary Policy Committee meeting. According to Jackson, current economic indicators present a baffling picture that justifies a reduction.
Typically, the central bank would want our inflation to come to single digits and remain there before they try and calm down too low. Our recovery is still a bit fragile. There's still heavy headwinds out there against us. So I'm expecting anything up to a 300 basis point reduction, 3 percentage points reduction.
Joe Jackson argued that the economy is stabilizing, but the current policy rate is too high.
Is there some tension between the MPC rates and the inflation rates and the interest rates? There is definitely tension. And so I suspect strongly that the rate will come down. Maybe not as much as 500 basis points or 5%, but I'm expecting 300 basis points or 3%. And that by the end of the year, we would have hit the 20% that we are all expecting.
The central bank's challenge is to find the right balance, reducing the cost of borrowing to spur economic activity without reigniting inflationary pressures.
Now, PwC Ghana has unveiled its 2025 banking survey, showing that banks in Ghana are rapidly adopting generative artificial intelligence to improve customer experience and operational efficiency. This is against the backdrop of a resilient sector that saw deposits climb sharply by more than 32% in 2024.
The 2025 banking survey points to a strong wave of generative artificial intelligence adoption in the country's banking sector. According to the report, nearly 7 in 10 bank CEOs confirmed their institutions deployed Gen AI tools in 2024 to boost both customer service and back office efficiency. Some banks reported as much as 20% increase in customer satisfaction and a 15% reduction in fraud after deploying AI-powered solutions. The report comes on the back of a thriving industry, with total deposits rising from 201 billion cedis in 2023 to 266 billion cedis in 2024, a growth of more than 32%. Market leaders Ecobank Ghana and GCB Bank maintained their stronghold on deposits, while new players like Access and Zenith Bank gained ground through agile strategies. PwC says, while CEOs are optimistic about the role of Gen AI, the sector must prioritize responsible AI policies, ethical data use, and risk management to sustain trust.
Now, with the cedi having appreciated significantly against the US dollar, 3Business was on the market today to check to see if prices are beginning to reflect that appreciation. My colleague Esinu was at the markets earlier today.
The Ghana cedi is making some strides in 2025, appreciating by about 40% against the US dollar. But are these gains reflecting in the prices of goods and services? I'm Messi Nwako and welcome to the business segment on the afternoon show. I'm here at Makola to find out from the traders and consumers if truly these gains are reflecting in the prices of goods and services. Te market yote.
Oh, market le fine. Wo yen mi few.
O fine ebo no ake dollar e bashi. Aha, e wa gbe ne mi ba ma bibo ake ni dollar e bashi e. O ja tre no ho e bashi lo. O ja tre no ho e
bashi. Shini na he. Ja tre bashi shini na he.
E wo kefie wo kwata mo January mi enyo he kotoku
clean kotoku 36 million bia na le bashi kura e bashi
so agbene enyo he ole
bia na wo he ole 3 million ka 3.5 si echulu ele 30 million
e wo ni efe na kan ni kebode nche hu ho enyo ho
awo bia na olonka 1 million
asa January enyo
January le si to green wo le 1.5 wo ho le olonka 1.5 ke 1.2 it depend you money ba do machine ba he it was an year.
So you heard our mother here. She said as of January things were more expensive, but now because of the cedi appreciation things are less expensive. The sack she used to take for 3,600 is now 3,000 Ghana cedis, and that has also affected how much she sells her products as well.
Say tomatoes in abafem pa. First I'm okonkonu ya ton 1.5. Say ya ton 40 30. Pente rubber first ya ton 2 million. Say 70 50 60. Nti say I'm o de abakura. Obi so abeto amishona matu amani. Ni bo nyedi.
And that'll be all for Biz Brief here on TV3. For more business stories, please visit our website at 3news.com/business. I am Michael Obodu. Standing by is the BBC Komladumor Award winner, Godwin Asedeba, with the latest in News in Brief.
Absolutely. Time now for News in Brief. My name is Godwin Asedeba. The details shortly. Let's get into the details now. The Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, has underscored the need to champion the use of data for improved governance and policy making for national development. According to her, the country's economic indicators have shown significant improvement in the last 8 months owing to the role of data and other initiatives employed by government. She was speaking at the Pre-Global Data Festival meeting in Accra.
The meeting held in Accra is a precursor to the main data festival to be held in Nairobi, Kenya next year. Experts, policymakers and innovators explored cutting-edge technologies and innovative approaches to harness data for sustainable development in Africa. Speakers emphasized the importance of regional cooperation for data-driven solutions for Africa's unique challenges such as climate change and inequality. The Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, said government believes that policy must be informed by facts to achieve the Ghana we want agenda.
We have anchored governance in a data-driven and evidence-informed approach. On the economic front, Ghana has shown commendable fiscal stewardship. GDP growth accelerated to 5.3% in the first quarter of 2025, and inflation fell to 12.1% in July. One important project is our flagship 1 Million Coders Initiative, a digital skills and youth employment program being implemented with several partners. We are equipping young Ghanaians with digital and data skills to match the demands of the digital economy.
Government statistician Dr. Idrisu Alasan stressed the need to treat data as a lifeblood of policy and not as just numbers.
The Ghana Statistical Service has worked to institutionalize data stewardship across government, making data not the business of one office, but as a shared responsibility across ministries, departments, and agencies.
Chief Executive Officer of the Global Partnership Network for Sustainable Development, Dr. Claire Melamed, praised Ghana for its leadership in the data space and stressed the need to strengthen skills and partnerships.
Initiatives like this only happen when people in core institutions and the central parts of government are willing to lead, but also to open their doors and invite others to come in and build with them. And the government of Ghana has always done exactly that. When partnership is real, progress inevitably follows.
The government has announced plans to increase funding aimed at advancing the study and development of artificial intelligence in tertiary institutions across the country. This initiative, according to officials, is part of a broader strategy to equip Ghanaian students with the critical skills needed to thrive in the evolving of global job market. Minister of State in charge of Special Initiatives, Emmanuel Agyeman, made this known during a meeting with the management of UPSA and its international partners in Accra.
Artificial intelligence continues to dominate global conversations, with the sector projected to hit a market value of over $4 trillion by 2033, a steep rise from $189 billion in 2023. Yet, on the African continent, governments have collectively invested less than $3 billion in AI development. In Ghana, the government, through international collaborations, is working to secure over $100 million to boost AI capacity nationwide. The Ministry of Education has hinted at further engagements with global agencies to integrate AI into the country's academic institutions. As part of this national effort, government, together with the UPSA and its international partners, have set up a new AI unit on campus. The goal: to prepare students not just for local job markets, but for a future deeply influenced by emerging technologies. Professor John Mautor is the Vice Chancellor of the university.
I know this MOU will avail some facilities for UPSA lecturers, as well as enhance our research capacity when it comes to artificial intelligence and IT as a whole.
An AI expert, Philip Game, believes this collaboration could place Ghana at the forefront of AI advancements in Africa.
For a country to remain competitive today and attract investment, like the minister rightly said, you must have the right people and technology mix. They must marry effectively. And once that is done, you'll be able to create high quality jobs. You'll be able to attract the right investment, and overall, you are very competitive.
The Minister of State in charge of special initiatives, Emmanuel Kweju-Ejekum, also emphasized the importance of government and international collaboration in driving AI innovation across Ghana.
Whether you like it or not, crypto is coming. Whether you like it or not, AI is championing. Whether you like it or not, cybersecurity is in the space. So we are doing all these programs whatsoever. But trust me, because with the AI, you just sit at home, you can do anything and make your money.
With technology rapidly transforming industries worldwide, initiatives like these could shape the future of education and economic growth in Ghana.
There's more news on 3news.com. My name is Godwin Asidiba. See you soon. Bye.
No matter how far you run away, you always come back to where you started.
Tortured, mutilated, fingers cut off.
I can lend you the money. My boss believes in giving players another chance.
You don't know what to do if you don't have the money to pay back. Come and listen to me.
Sir, it's done. Good. 1 week, that is all you got to pay up.
You've been gambling. Again.
Unfortunately, we're still chasing shadows. He's clearing the board to make way for something bigger.
How could you do this to us, God?
Who's there?
I can fix this.
September on TV3 is sizzling with excitement.